I am so excited to share with you the story of a prednisone warrior who lost 20 pounds while taking prednisone. I know, right? Like, that's amazing. So here we have Susan, a prednisone warrior who's been on prednisone for a while and is not going to be off it anytime soon. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you, Dr. Megan. It's a pleasure to be here and to share my story with my fellow warriors.
Yes, you are a prednisone warrior fighting truly to be able to actually lose weight while on prednisone. That is amazing. So tell us, what is your prednisone story? Like, why are you taking it? How long have you been on it? That type of thing.
I started taking prednisone back in November of 2021, so it's been about 8 months. I was first diagnosed with polymyalgia rheumatica and then had biopsies done on my temporal lobes to find out that both sides contained the giant cell arteritis. So, my tests came back that they were really high and it was the whatever protein they counted. Anyway, I needed to get on some heavy doses of prednisone while on being diagnosed with just the polymyalgia rheumatica. I was on maybe 20 milligrams, but when they found out I had giant cell arteritis, that jumped to 45.
Oh my gosh, 45.
So, yeah, that was shocking. And so been dealing with that, dealing with all the side effects that everyone has. And my doctor, while explaining some of the side effects, did not explain them all, didn't tell me them all. And all of a sudden, I'm waking up and my cheeks are flushed. And I'm like, why is my face all red for? Well, it's prednisone side effect, does my face start looking a little fuller? And he never mentioned moon face to me.
No.
No, didn't mention moon face. He did say I may, quote, may gain weight. And so, I'm looking at my face and I'm asking my husband, does my face look a little fuller? He goes, oh, you look fine. You look just fine. I think it looks a little fuller. And then I'm seeing people who go, like me, what happened to your face? And I'm like, yeah, Then I have to explain I'm on prednisone. And so all the side effects, the hair breaking off, the restlessness, the lack of concentration, I mean, you name the side effect, I was dealing with it. But I think what was the side effect that most bothered me was the weight gain. It's like all of a sudden I woke up one morning and I looked in the mirror and I said, who are you? I mean, who are you? I don't fit in my clothes. I was to the point where I didn't want to go out. So depressed and so just embarrassed. It was such a dramatic gain of weight in such a short period of time. People were wondering what happened to you. Yeah. And what happened to me is I was eating my way into oblivion. I was hungry.
Hungry all the time, right?
All the time. And, I knew it was the prednisone, but that didn't stop me from eating. I would eat and then I would sit and cry after I ate a bag of potato chips. And I just sit and cry because I couldn't undo that. Just ate a big bag of potato chips. And, or I just ate, a pint of ice because I was hungry. I don't know, things I would never have done. And I'm normally, I've been a normal weighted person. And all of a sudden, I wouldn't go to church on Sundays. Clothes fit. I mean, it was stopping me, stopping my life. And that's when I started doing more research, Megan, and I came across you. And I think that's a godsend to me that I started listening to your videos. I started, you were answering the questions that my doctor didn't have time to. I mean, he couldn't spend hours with me. And so you explained it in a way I could understand. I could know what was going on in my body, that it really wasn't my fault. Because so many times you think it's your fault.
Yeah, it feels that way, doesn't it? Like, yeah. It must be my fault I'm gaining all this weight. It must be my fault that I'm getting that round face. And it's not your fault.
And then I'm anxious, I can't sleep, and all this crazy stuff. But again, the weight thing was the thing that bothered me the most. And in March, I went to visit my brother in Arizona, whom I haven't seen in years. And I went with my sister, and we were taking family pictures. And where did I want to be? I was hiding in the back row because I didn't want to see how heavy I was, but I couldn't hide my face. My moon face was, oh yeah, it was showing up and everything. And I just, so I came home from that. That was the middle of March. And I had seen a video that you had when you had interviewed a woman who had been on prednisone and had lost, I think, 70 pounds, 90 pounds. It was a lot of weight. And I reached out to you to put me in contact with this woman. And I did. And she set me on a path to weight loss. And I am a witness to say that, and I've got pictures to prove it. I think, Megan, I've shared those pictures with you.
Yeah.
How I lost in 3.5 months. I'm at my goal weight now. I've lost 20 pounds and I lost 25.5 inches. And it's amazing. I'm in better shape than I've been in ages. I feel good. My mental outlook is so much better. I want to go out and do things. I'm active again. And I want to say to my fellow warriors that don't let your doctor tell you can't lose weight, or they would say, oh, don't worry about it. You'll lose weight when you're off the dosage. Well, in my case, I don't know. I might never be off it completely. If I have, a flare up, I'll go back on it. So I wasn't willing to wait because I had already gained 20 and it had been just a couple of months. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, if I'm on this for another 6 or 8 months, if I wait, I'm going to have 50 pounds to lose. And that seems to me insurmountable. But I'm telling my fellow warriors, no matter where you are in your weight gain, you can start it now. You can and be successful. You can take control. I did no extra exercising. I didn't exercise hardly at all. I mean, just walking, that's me. So it isn't a program that's impossible, that takes super heroic deeds. It just takes, a willpower and stuff, and knowing what to eat, when to eat, and it's good.
That is so amazing. Okay, so I want to fill in some blanks because people are probably wondering, what dose were you taking of prednisone when you started the program? What dose are you taking now? Because, the dose really makes an impact on your weight gain.
When I started the program, which is called Oblivion, is the program that I'm on, I was probably at 35 milligrams. I've been at 45. I'd weaned myself down to 35. I am now presently on a tapering dosage, and I'm doing one of your plans, Megan, where one day I'm 7, one day I'm 6, and I'm going to do this for a month. I've tried to come down quicker. Doesn't work for me. I end up going back up. I start to come back. I've done that twice. So this way that you suggest every other day has worked for me. And it did from the 8 to the 7. And now it seems to be working from the 7 to the 6. And at this rate, I should be off the beginning of January. So,
and it's July right now. So you got at least 6 months to go. Is that what you're saying?
Right. So I've got to keep, even though I'm at my goal weight, I can't just go back to not being disciplined. And how I'm eating now is kind of a life plan for me. It's going to have to be, because I'm still hungry. If I don't fuel my body, I still want some of those potato chips or the ice cream. So, you've got to get it under control. And what I do now is I eat 6 times a day. That sounds like a whole lot, but I'm eating small meals every 2.5 hours. So I don't get hungry. I don't get those pangs or cravings that I was getting when I was not doing anything except eating potato chips and eating the ice cream. So I'm fueling my body with bars or shakes, cereal, those kinds of things. And then I eat and prepare myself one meal a day that's lean. So it could be chicken, it could be fish, it could be eggs, something with protein. And getting enough protein is always a struggle. It's amazing how difficult it is to get protein in your diet. And then something green. So maybe it's steamed vegetables, salad, and that's it for my dinner meal. Then I have a little snack before I go to bed. And I drink lots of water. That has been key to my losing weight. I think I drink about 96 ounces of water a day.
Wow.
I know, but it's good for my skin.
Are you drinking any other beverages, or is it just water?
I also supplement myself with a bottle of what they call Propel, so that my electrolytes are, because that's a lot of water you're flushing your system. But that's it. I don't drink anything. I just drink water.
So you have those shakes that you have for one or two of the.
Yeah. I now have a protein bar, and they're all provided through the Optavia program, which for me was easy. I don't want to be searching everywhere to find the right stuff, or I don't want to stop and prepare it. I'm on the go now that I'm feeling good. I just want to be able to have those 5, they call them fuelings, ready to go. And I just pick and put it in my purse, and off I go with the bar. And then I come home and I make dinner for my husband and I. And he usually eats the same food I do because it's tasty. I mean, I'm making a dinner. It's just lean and green.
Lean and green.
I have all the sauces and stuff. Yeah, so it works for people that have families. And I don't have to think about it. I can't concentrate sometimes that long enough. My mind is still kind of, so if I have to think that far ahead of how I'm going to plan everything for the week, it's too much. I'm overwhelmed.
Too hard while you're on prednisone, for sure.
Yeah, it is.
You're able to fit this into your lifestyle, fit this into your family.
Yes, and it works. And you lose 2-3 pounds. For me, I lost 2-3 pounds a week. I didn't have a lot to lose. I only had 20 pounds to lose. So, depends on how much you have to lose. Some people lose at faster rates than others. But I've introduced a couple of my friends to it who don't take prednisone, are successfully losing weight. So, but I just wanted to let people know that there are things out there that can be quick and easy. Doesn't require a lot of planning or thinking. All you have to do is prepare yourself one meal a day. Otherwise, you go to the food box that they send you. You pick out your whatever it is you're going to eat. You go microwave it if it's a soup or whatever, or just open the bar, have your coffee or whatever in the morning. But it works, Megan, and I just want people to know that don't let your doctors discourage you from trying.
Yeah, because I mean, I gained weight too on prednisone. I was like, hey, is this going to come off when I get off the prednisone? My doctor's like, nope, it's weight gain. I'm like, but it's supposed to go away. Like when I have babies, it just goes away. You can't tell me it's just stuck there, yeah, that's about all they had to offer me. Right.
Yeah,
like,
I remember listening to you on a video and you said, because people were asking, is it just going to go away? And you said, weight is weight. It's just not going to go away. You're going to have to work at it.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely had the dose lowering in your favor, right? Like,
yes, I did.
You were on 35 and now you're 6.5 essentially.
Yes.
And so that has helped definitely to boost your ability to lose weight, but it is really all about not having to face the cravings, right? Like,
yes,
the decision's already made. Isn't that like half the battle?
Oh, yes. Because when you're on prednisone, you can't think. I mean, I'm just thinking I'm grabbing the potato chips. Where now I can go grab a bar or go get a shake or something like that, so I can make a different choice. So, people can do this. I just encourage, if it's not this program for them, but to look out and to search for something. I mean, you mentioned in your videos about things we have to be careful of. Sugar, so fruit. I love fruit. Fruit's not on this diet. Fruit's got a lot of sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I miss, my grapes or my peaches, and all the summertime goodies that can I have a little bit? Yeah, but really I have to watch. Sugar is not my friend, as you have said before.
Yeah.
So certain things, we have to watch out. But I'm not hungry. It's worth it. I can do it. I can keep doing it. And I'm going to have to change my lifestyle. And my fellow warriors, you can do it too.
You could do it too, even if you have a condition like PMR or giant cell arteritis. It is possible. It's not easy, but she found a solution that was easy for her. And so you basically mentioned what your go-to snack is a protein bar. Do all of the protein bars you eat come from Optavia, or do you have another favorite protein bar that you like?
The reason I just use Optavia's at this point is because it's only 110 calories in the bars. Whereas I go to the grocery store and I look, they're 190 calories or 200 calories. And right now, my goal is, because of my weight, I weigh 120. So to maintain my weight, I need to eat about 1,200 calories a day. And that could add up. If I have 5 of those, I'm over my allotted amount of calories there. So for me, it's the ease of that. I mean, could I take one of those that are 190 and break them in half? Yeah, but usually once I start eating, I will eat the whole thing.
Eat the whole thing. That's right.
So I just take that temptation off my plate.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, if there are other people with PMR who are like, well, couldn't you take something else instead of prednisone so you don't have to gain all the weight? What would you say to them?
Yes, there are some other things that you can take. I think they're called Biologics, if that would be the correct term. But I have diverticulitis. And because of that, I can't take the other sort of medicine that when I come off of prednisone, I could go on. It's not an option for me. So for me, it's prednisone.
It's prednisone. And you're on the dead slow taper so that you can successfully get off of it. You kind of already showed us that you're doing 6 to 7, and then next month you'll probably just do 6 milligrams, and then the month after that, 5.
I'm doing every other day right now because I have had to go up. And when I see my doctor, if my tests don't come back with the right numbers, he's putting me back up again, and we're going to start this thing all over again. So it's difficult. I'm going to be dealing with this for the rest of my life.
Yeah. So some people who are on prednisone and losing weight, they struggle like going to bed hungry. How has sleep been for you?
I've been sleeping really well, and all of a sudden, I don't know, the prednisone, something's happened, and I've been having some difficulty sleeping again, where I hadn't had difficulty sleeping before. I usually have a little snack before I go to bed. Since I'm eating every 2.5 hours during the day, if I have my breakfast at 8:30, I'm having a snack probably around, and I have my dinner probably then about 6:30 till about 9. I'm having my last fueling for the day.
Okay.
And so I'm eating something before I go to bed, and water fills you up too. I drink water, so that really works. And one thing I wanted to mention about Oblivion is, the lady that you interviewed, Brittany Taft, she is a coach for Oblivion, and that's no extra cost. You get a coach, and she's just wonderful because she knows what it's like. She's been on prednisone and had to lose weight, so she was real empathetic to how, knowing what I was going through and being able to help me navigate all the other things besides just losing weight. She knew what it was like not to be able to focus and being depressed and, the moon face and all the other things that, she'd been there, had it, done it. And she's a wonderful coach. And I speak to her, once a week. I spoke to her just about every day when I started the plan, but now I'm comfortable, and we talk about once a week, and just gives me tips on and motivates me to keep going. And so, and she's kept her weight off, and it's been a couple of years, so it's possible.
It's possible. Yeah, Brittany is great. She did the Oblivion in addition to using the supplement I invented for people on prednisone. So she put all that together and was able to lose weight while on prednisone.
Yes. But I just want to say again, Megan, I just want to thank you so much because you've really changed my life. You answered my prayers, you answered my questions, and I've even sometimes emailed you directly or through Facebook, and you've gotten back to me. I was just like, oh, she responded to my question, and led me where I needed to go or answered the question, say, go watch this video or whatever. Because most of what you have, if people take the time to go through it, will answer just about every question there is on prednisone. And I'm just amazed with how clearly, in layman's terms, that you are able to deal with the situation. You're just very real about it, and your answers are honest, and you offer us hope.
there's hope. I mean, there really is hope. Though, I mean, I was gonna say, what is your best advice for prednisone warriors? But I think you've shared that. Like what you said is there is hope. You can do this. Other people have. Any other last tips or last words?
Yes. Oh, pardon me. Do your research. Just don't rely on your doctor. I mean, they have other patients and other things they're thinking about, and most of them haven't been on prednisone. So they have really no idea what you're talking about when you're saying, I'm going crazy. And I say, do your research. It's at your fingertips. Listen to you, and reach out when you need help. Let your doctor know. But I would say, yes, do your research. You have to be proactive. And that's what I think I decided to do when I lost weight. I just didn't throw it and said, I'll deal with it later. I said, no, I'm going to deal with it now. I wasn't going to let that define me. And so be proactive. We can do this. We can get through this. And my hopes that I'm off of it. Let's just pray that I am by, January. And then hopefully won't have any flare-ups. But like I said, with GCA.
What a blessing that you have a condition that could flare up at any time. You are like it, you might go into remission. You might be just fine getting off in January, but then again, you might be stuck on it for years and years, but you have hope. Like, you know exactly what to do, right? Like you have a plan.
I do. And, and I know that if I have to get back on it, it's not going to control me. I can do this again. I can, I know where to go. I can come to you, listen to your videos, get myself all ramped up again, and we'll do it. We'll do it again, because I know that with the giant cell arteritis, I can go suddenly and irreversibly blind at any time. That's scary to me.
That's terrible.
So, if I have to take prednisone in order to avoid that, I'll be taking it.
Yeah. In your case, taking the prednisone is worth the side effects, because blindness is like not
right. Not acceptable.
Like weight gain is worth blindness. Yes. And now you know how to counteract the weight gain. So you're set. Well, Susan, this has been a privilege. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Dr. Megan, your prednisone pharmacist. And like Susan says, there's hope. You can find ways to counteract side effects. Signing off is Dr. Megan.